Morning, everybody. Welcome to Lock Pod, Midwest's most dangerous podcast, season 16, episode 7, coming to you live from NECA, IBEW, Powering Indiana, Lake County Studios.
Happy Friday.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Friday. It's going to be a beautiful weekend.
Playoffs starting in a couple days for the
When
Cubbies.
do they start? 1st or 30th?
I think it's Tuesday, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
So the 30th. 30th, 1st, and 2nd.
We know the Cubs are in the playoffs. Hi. Morning, Joe, by the way. Hey, what's up, Jay Vez?
Morning.
So we know the Cubs are in the playoffs, which is important. But, like, if the Cubs don't win one game and the Padres lose one game this weekend, they'll blow.
They could potentially.
We'd have to go to San Diego,
Yeah.
which I'm down. I like San Diego.
Oh,
It's a nice time of year.
beautiful town.
Good
All
place.
right.
Never has bad weather.
All right. So Lock Pod trip to San Diego for the Cubs playoffs game.
Absolutely.
Let's go. Clear our calendars.
Take the RV.
But, like, I would be pissed.
You better leave on
We better
Saturday.
fucking leave.
We're leaving
Yeah.
now.
We don't even know.
It's
Fire
in
up the
parking lot.
RV.
Our luck, we'd be in, like, Kansas, and the Cubs would actually win one
Then you'd have to
finally.
turn back around.
Yeah. It's at Wrigley now. It's not going to work.
Speaking of baseball, I think I have some money for you.
Uh-oh.
Is this legal?
I mean,
You're a fucking
it's,
lawyer.
it's a gentleman's
There's no
bet.
house.
There's no
It's a house
it's not
isn't
like
taking
I'm-
It could have been. We could have been betting about anything. It didn't have anything to do with the White Sox. Not
Look
the
at
White
this.
Sox can't go a season without losing 100
I
games.
mean, are
Did
you
ever see
ki-
Kevin's
you
fat
know-
wad he just pulled out of his pocket?
It's so thin.
I know.
It's in a rubber band. By
They're
the
all
way.
hundreds.
They're
It's
all 50s and
hundreds.
100s.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like I have singles and fives.
Right.
You gotta
Kevin's
always.
carrying
So many
Ulysses
singles.
Grants.
You have
around
to
with
always
him.
have cash on you. I think that's a
Why?
rule.
If you're shady.
I don't know. I just. What
I'm
are you
not
talking
worried about
about?
anybody.
You're
What
about
the
to
fuck,
get robbed,
shady
Kevin.
ass?
I always like
I hope
having
Jana's
cash on
listening
me.
right now. Why do you have cash on you all the
I
time?
always have cash on me.
I have cash
Why do you
on
have
me.
that much cash?
I know.
you know, just
I
to-
have like freaking
Just so I can make sure to
$28.
buy a motel room.
Kevin's got fucking
Who else did you
$1,400
make
bucks in
bets
cash
with?
on him.
I like to always have a little bit of cash on me, just in case.
A
But
little
anyway,
bit. Or
I mean, I am. You know, this just
Kevin's
reminds me why I'm a
definition of
Cubs
little.
fan.
A little bit.
and
$1,400
not,
That's
bucks.
lawyer talk.
and not a White Sox fan. I mean, I was really rooting for the White Sox this year.
I know you
I
were.
really
It was
tried to,
annoying.
which was annoying to me too because I usually don't root for the White Sox.
I know.
And
Because
they
I honestly, I appreciate the $50 in my pocket.
It was a fun bet because it
I
went
thought
all
it
the
was
way
a
to the
bet.
end.
You started like getting serious about it. I'm like, motherfucker, that was a bit. I'm not betting 50
Oh, you were
going to
pay me. Wait, so can I have my money back? It
No,
was a bit?
because it started getting a lot more serious through the season. You kept on informing me where they were. I'm like, oh, this is real?
Yes,
I thought it was some
real-
Lock Pod
it was a real
bullshit.
bet.
I'm glad we only said $50. Well, I mean, now I wish we would have said 500.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, it was
Because
exciting.
you have the money on you, obviously, to pay me. Fuck, $50? What a dumbass I am.
You should charge. was
That's
it
a
late?
fair bet.
Late fees.
There
would-
should be.
I would not have bet you more than 50, but I think it was a great bet because it actually ended like the last week of the season.
And gave us plenty of material
Plenty of
to talk about.
material, but
Yeah.
boy, how
You wanna
hard
bet
is it
on next
to-
season already?
No, how hard is it not to lose 100 games? I mean, like, come on, White
Futility.
Sox.
But if you look at it in the last season, the White Sox were the worst team in baseball history.
They improved 20 games.
This year, they just sucked pretty hard.
We're
So, like, they made a lot of progress.
rebuilding. They're rebuilding.
You're a White Sox fan, right, Jill?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you go to
Yeah.
any games this year?
Jill, you should
I
be part of
saw
that.
A Savannah Bananas game.
It was sold out.
Sold out. That game had more fans than
Yes.
than you know. they've had
99% of the White
Yeah.
Sox games. Jill, you should
Savannah.
be paying 25 of that 50.
I don't have that
for
fat
me.
wad like you do.
I know. Like after Kevin pulls out the wad, like
Right.
there's nobody
No.
feels
Jill,
sorry.
see how thin that was?
Nobody feels sorry for you, bud. Like what the hell?
No. it was-
Kevin's like, oh, gotta
have
pay.
a-
He like flips off one bill to me.
I should have just had it in my pocket. by
Yeah, you
itself
should have. You just
and placed it there like it
That's
was
what
my,
they call a
It was my
flex.
first
With
communion.
shame.
oh, here's your $50.
It's in a rubber band. Look at this. This is a rubber band. It's
George
$5 on the
Costanza.
top.
No.
And my business card.
What's
All
on
right,
the
all
inside,
right,
though?
let's go. Show the business card on TV.
Uh-huh. Show the hundreds.
Yeah.
It's like who wants that business card? Look at it. It's like,
What are you gonna do with that, Tom? $50.
I don't know. Just
$50
Frame it.
richer.
That might gas up a quarter of the tank for the RV.
oh no.
Not even
Not
a
even
quarter.
close. RV fill-ups are like that's like 200, in that ballpark.
Yeah.
wow.
And it lasts you not
is
even
it,
that long.
It's not diesel or is
It's
it
diesel.
Diesel.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
It's a nice ride. We're already planning out our next trip. So
Nice.
yeah,
Hey, quick chat comment.
yo,
It has come to my attention that some people only listen to the pod and don't know what you guys look like. Can you describe each other to the listeners?
okay.
That's from Daphne. What's up, Daphne?
Hi, Daphne. Okay.
Maybe just watch it.
you
you
can
could,
watch
you
it.
could. We're easy
That
to
makes
find.
sense. I
See,
didn't think
t-
about this. Some people don't watch.
Really, that is so weird.
That's
Yeah, I
the
guess. No, I
mystique.
mean, I think most people don't watch actually. We get most of our views on most of our streams are
listen like
Apple Pod.
subscription. Yeah,
Right.
Apple Pod, Spotify. We found out Spotify's more
Think-
popular than I thought it was.
Think about that. We were down on Spotify for like an episode and like texts and messages.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I
felt
love
good
that.
about that.
I
It
did
makes me
too.
Feel like we're not wasting our time.
I did too.
Hey, check this out. So yesterday, Kevin and I gave a CLE to a bunch of lawyers. It was literally like LockPod for lawyers. And a gentleman that Kevin and I have known for years and years practicing. He's been practicing law for over 50 years. Named David Nichols.
Yeah, really good guy, and he's an older gentleman.
Told me yesterday he's a lockpodder.
Yes, he told me.
Really?
He's like
He
in
said I was
80s?
listening to you guys on the way over to the.
He's in his 80s.
He's in his
What?
80s for sure. Yes. Yes.
It's awesome.
So-
He's like a regular fan.
Shout
So
out to
I-
Dave Nichols.
That made my day,
Yep.
honestly. Because like I always picture in my head, there's like 4 people listening, and it's not people in their 80s. So I appreciate it, Dave. And he's a great guy. He's always been a great lawyer. He's always been a gentleman. It's
Cubs
just-
fan.
It's super cool, dude.
He's got a Cubs license plate.
Does he really?
Mhm.
See,
Go Cubs, go.
see, like that's the thing is you don't realize on Lockpod until you guys come up and talk to us. So if you're a Lockpodder and you see us in public, say something, would you? Because it keeps us motivated, and that's important.
So
When you're waking up at 5:30 to read the newspaper before the show, it's like I hope other people are listening to this, and we've been getting a lot of fans coming up to us lately.
it's probably in our best interest not to describe the way we look.
Oh, Kevin's dashing. He's wearing a Ryan Adams concert shirt.
I am. Usually I'm in a more of a, lawyerly
Kevin's
dressed
always
up.
You're always in suit.
Well, because I'm, you, it's on your way home before you go to your office. I'm already here, so I'm
so
usually
Kevin
dressed
is
for the day.
never cash. I'm always the cash. Today I'm the one that's actually sort of dressed up.
Got a nice Hawaiian shirt on.
I've got things to do
Yeah.
after this, so I can't look like a scrub wearing a concert shirt like I normally do
That's
in the
right.
studio.
And
But
I've
today
got
I'm
a-
wearing a nice. It's a nice blue Hawaiian shirt
Mhm.
with nice comfortable pants. It's gonna be nice in the region today.
Tom
Like,
still has a nice tan. I
crispy.
don't.
It's gonna be. I love it.
I do too.
When you wake up in the morning, it's cold, and then in the afternoon, it gets into almost 80. Oh,
Nope, that's
I
too
love
hot
it
for
too.
me.
really? This is my time of year.
I
This is
agree.
like I grew up. This is how
50s and
California.
60s in the morning.
This is how Napa is. This weather is Napa weather.
Wow.
Like 50s, 60s in the morning, 80s in the
Can't
afternoon,
beat that.
and not a cloud in the sky. That's how I grew up, and
Yeah.
I hated it.
And then I moved to Hammond.
Then I moved to Hammond. Take me someplace where the air is dirty and there's one cloud permanently over the entire region.
all winter long.
Like, I never want
And
to see
it's
the
10
sun
below.
again. Where is this place? It's Hammond, Indiana. I'm moving there.
Oh, this next one is funny. I want you, Tom, you tell this story. This is great.
You know what's funny? So I was flipping through old episodes the other day because Kevin and I had Lockpod for Lawyers. So and we do it every year. So I basically went through all of our shows over the last year. Okay, and I was just trying to come up with ideas so Kevin and I could do this CLE. We did a good one, by the way.
It was
Kev.
fun.
And then I went through the episode National Daughters Day, and you guys were tearing my ass up because I didn't post anything for Lindsay.
We were definitely having fun with that.
And then we were talking to Lindsay about we were going to tease her, and I was going to make a post with the boys and do like National Sons Day, which is like
I
a
think
week
she was in
later.
the studio that
And
day.
I was like, oh my God, I'm already planning out my post. But I went through that episode, and I was like, when is National Daughters Day? And sure enough, it was the next day. I was like, oh my God, this is the
How
best
is that even
thing.
possible?
It was amazing. So I prepared this really nice post, and I posted it yesterday.
It is a cute picture.
Lindsay didn't say shit, by
That's
the
Lindsay
way.
at her wedding, right?
That's Lindsay in her unofficial wedding.
Wait, she didn't like it or comment or anything?
No. No.
She's busy.
She's not on Facebook.
She was asleep when I
She's
posted
salty.
it. In her defense, when I posted it, she was dead asleep. So like, and
So
then-
this is your kind of hey, make it good for Lindsay.
That's nice, isn't
After
it?
you, it's
She
very
looks super
nice.
pretty there.
Very
That was the
nice.
day she got married, and that was, if you remember, Lindsay got married during COVID.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
because
it's at the circuit court.
I was really happy that she got married because first off, Brian's wonderful. He's my son-in-law, obviously, and then not only that, Lindsay didn't have insurance, and we were rolling through the pandemic, and that was a little scary. So,
Yes.
So it made a lot of sense. Lindsay got married then, and then we did the ceremony a year later.
And here's Happy National Daughters Day to Lindsay this year.
Yeah.
You didn't forget.
How sweet am I?
Nice.
Yeah, you made up to it. You made it up to her.
I'm not doing shit for the boys. I'm just
I
telling
don't
you
think
that
they.
right now.
I don't think they expect it.
I mean, that's mushy.
Is there a National Sons Day?
I don't know.
If there is, I've never
What kind of
posted
dad are
one
you?
thing. Nah, I
You
don't know.
have nothing but boys.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm
There has to
anti-Sweetest
be.
Day too.
I don't like Hallmark holidays.
I agree.
I'm just not down with Hallmark holidays. I consider National
Daughters Day to be one of those. I'm
So
with
like
you.
I always protest out of my silent protest, and then Lindsay
you-
thinks I don't love her because everybody's following. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, National Daughters Day! I love my daughter," and I'm just like, "What an asshole I am!" Because I'm
Wait
not
a
doing
minute.
it.
Wait, what?
Yes,
Sunday,
it's in 2
Sunday?
days. It's in
Oh,
two days, Kevin.
jeez.
You better get
Kevin,
your post
on it.
ready.
I
Get
want
my
to see
post.
next Tuesday. I want to see your post.
Well, Aiden's flying in from New York this weekend, so I'll see him.
social media, dude. You don't need to actually like.
You don't
give
have
it
to see your kids.
Right. Just post something nice and then bring it in the studio. The kids aren't listening. They're not going to know we're
I
telling you
don't
to
know
do
if
this.
I'm doing that.
You got to, dude.
No.
Because I'm going to do it. I'm going to make you look like shit. It's my goal.
Great.
Tom's good at that.
John, why'd you have to
I'm gonna
bring up-
tag- I'm
why'd
gonna
you have to
tag
bring
Kevin's
this up
kid.
that it was Sunday? Now I had to put this on my list of things
I'm
to do
gonna
Sunday.
put a picture of me and my boys up, and I'm gonna tag your boys. Like, hey, where's your post? Oh, Dad didn't say anything to you guys, huh?
Oh man!
All
All
right.
right, it's
All
gonna
right.
be fun. Oh, do you want to hear something that is totally this is totally something that would happen to me. So this is crazy.
I'm gonna like this story.
I love these stories. The only happened to me stories with Kevin.
Yes.
are-
Right. So
I have a feeling I'm gonna be making fun of you.
it was. I can't remember. Some day this week, maybe Monday, Tuesday night, and Jana was working late. She had clients late. She's a mental health counselor, and I was working late. I was just working on some stuff. I think I was working on the CLE and trying to get ready. And I was like,
Kevin's
hey.
my mental health counselor.
And I was like, I texted, or Jana called me, or I texted her. I was like, hey, you want to grab a drink? I got to get back. I'm going to have to get a quick drink and go back to work. She's like, sure, I'll meet you. And I was like, okay, where? What's good? And she's like, oh, let's go to True, which is
Old
right up the
school,
block.
bro.
Right up the block, right?
That used to be our spot for pre-show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We
So
did
it's-
that for a few years.
It's right up the block. And I'm like, okay, perfect. I'll see you there. And I figure, okay, I'm right here. Just, and I don't know what it is, 2-minute drive. And I'll probably get there first. So I'd roll up to True, don't see Jana's car, get in to the bar, sit down, and like immediately a younger gentleman bartender is on the not on the bar, not on his side of the bar, on my side of the bar. And he comes up to me, he says, are you with the beautiful blonde? And I said, no.
Ah.
And then he looks at me and he's like, your wife? And I was
Oh.
like, I don't think. And then Janet comes at that very moment. Janet comes walking out of the like kind of the bathroom area. First of all, I didn't even think she was there.
You fucked yourself.
And then he goes, and then she sits down and she's like, hi. I'm like,
He didn't say anything to Jana, did he?
no, but I was like,
God, dude, I would kick his ass if he said something
so
to Jana.
first of all, I don't really think of her
He
as a
would get
blonde.
fucking
I think
zero
of her
tips.
as having brown hair. I don't think of her as a blonde. Okay,
She's-
number one.
Well, Sandy Brown.
Fair enough, right?
Okay.
Whatever she colors her hair, whatever
Right.
color that is.
Oh my!
And then she sits down and I
Do
say,
you carry
"You're
a shovel with you? You
I
just
said,
You're
keep
fucking-
digging and
yeah.
digging.
And
I hope
then-
Jana doesn't listen to this episode.
So no, then I said to Jana, I said, "You're never gonna believe this." And she,
You fucking told her?
What's
well,
wrong
this is
with
where
you?
What the fuck is the matter with you?
Well, because I thought it was kind of funny because I was like, I was in this
You
predicament.
told Jana that about...
okay, here first.
You called your wife ugly?
No, I didn't. I didn't know she was there. I thought the guy was
Oh
going to
my
bring me
God,
to some
dude. I wish
other
I was there with
woman
you.
that I didn't know.
You take
And
that to the grave, Kevin Smith.
No, and then I said, hey, you're never going to believe this. This guy, the bartender said to me, are you with the beautiful blonde? And she said, let me guess. You said no.
Oh, my God.
I was like, yeah, I
Divorce
said no.
him, Jana.
And she was like,
I have a feeling there was no loving that night in Kevin's house.
Now I went back to the office and worked.
Well, I mean, there could be loving
But I mean,
later
the guy
on.
put me
you
in a
know.
bad situation. I was like,
Yeah, he fucks you.
I was like, I don't even know who you're talking about. 'Cause
Yeah.
I didn't think she was there, and I don't think she's blonde. So
She's blonde.
And
But she is
She's
blonde.
blonde.
I guess. Yeah, I
blonde,
guess
yeah.
she is.
She's 100% blonde.
All right. Well, that was my trip
That's
to
a
True.
shitty story, man.
Yeah.
Did you give a good tip? I would give
No.
it fucking like 5%.
I was pissed, and
Be
he
like,
didn't get me. And he
dick.
took forever to get me a glass of water.
Oh, you
I was
fucking!
not
I can't
happy.
believe you said something. You gotta eat that one, bro.
I thought it was
It's like
funny.
you're in the bartender's secret snafu.
Yeah, and he kind of like was like judging me when I said no because
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
because I thought he was like referring to some other person.
No,
'cause I
I'm
didn't
with
even
the
think she
ugly
was there. No, yeah, no, I'm with the. Bad.
Dude, that sucks.
I don't know.
Jana's
Can't win.
gorgeous
I
and
can't
smart,
win, man.
and she is probably not very happy with you.
And then you told
Is she
her
ever
about
happy
it.
with
Dude,
me?
don't ever fucking.
Is she ever happy
You
with
need to
me,
call
though?
me in case
Never.
it's like if I get into legal trouble, I don't fucking start making shit up. I call
call
you,
you,
right?
yes. I should
when
have
you
called
get
you.
into situations
Marital
like
trouble,
you gotta
I call
fucking
it
call me,
Tom.
dude.
The
You're like,
expert with
Tom
marital
knows how to
trouble.
get this out.
Oh, I'm a pro at this. You're like, I'm thinking about telling Jana this story. I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I would have saved you, Kevin.
You would have.
God,
You
dude.
would have. You would have.
That's a shitty story.
Yeah. Sorry
Yeah.
about.
All right.
Typical.
Love you, Jana.
Yes.
We're going to see Phantom of the Opera.
Ooh, that's my favorite.
I know.
Oh.
I know.
It's coming to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen it.
It's awesome.
You should go.
I'm going.
Who's your favorite? I love the Phantom in it. I cry. Cause he's
you cried a lot. You
misunderstood.
cried a lot of
He is
musicals.
misunderstood.
He is.
Mhm.
The Phantom is like a very sad figure in that. It's really good. You're gonna love it.
Jill,
love
should
it.
I listen to the soundtrack
Yes,
before or
absolutely. You have to.
You've never heard any of
No,
the
I have
songs?
heard of the
You
songs,
have.
but yeah. I think Get Caught Up, maybe.
You have to, so you know what's going on.
All right.
Yeah, if you listen to it. Like, I did that before I went to Hamilton, and then I realized, even before I got there, that Hamilton was off the charts amazing. And then, like, it's important. I think when you're going to see a show, they could be confusing if you don't know what's going on. So, like, I just think even listen to it once, maybe twice before, and you'll be ready
Also,
to go.
Hamilton's coming back next
I
year.
know.
You recommended, well, you got me the CD for Hamilton, and I did listen to it a lot. I was going to say before, you said make sure you listen to this
It
before
wasn't
the
just
show.
us. It was the women too, okay?
Yes.
It wasn't just Kevin and I sitting there
Like
holding
you and
hands.
Four
I
Right.
just assumed.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
That was an early-
Forright and I went to Hamilton.
That was an early podcast story.
And then he ran into one of his students, and they thought we were a couple. And because Forright's dumb, and when he's in there, he's got his arm like around me, and he's huge. So like we're walking through the Chicago theater, and he's like groping me like I'm
In the
his,
theater district.
in the theater district, and he's much bigger than me. And then what did he say?
Tom's like,
He said, "This
boy
is my
toy.
partner,
This
Tom."
is my boy toy, Tom.
Like, who fucking introduces anybody as your partner? We're not law partners, right? He's like, "This is my partner, Tom." And she's like, "Oh," like you could tell. She's like, "Oh my God, I didn't know that, Dr. Mike." And I'm like, "No, like, what the fuck are you doing for, right?"
He's too big for me.
And then like he didn't correct it, and then she left. I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?" She thinks we're a couple. Like,
you know.
we're just friends, dude.
Just in Chicago at the theater together.
I know. Like,
See in
it's
Hamilton.
right?
Maybe he was hoping to get lucky. Man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for right. Hey, Jimmy Kimmel
Yeah, he's back.
did the most widely viewed monologue probably in his show's history the other day, for sure.
Without a doubt.
I mean, I thought he hit the right points. I really did.
Yeah, I thought it was
because
heartfelt.
everybody was watching. You know, this is just a clip of it.
Little clip.
I don't think what I have to say is going to make much of a difference. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. I have no illusions about changing anyone's mind. But I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human, and that is you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. I posted a message on Instagram on the day he was killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion, and I meant it, and I still do. Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual. This show is not important. What is important is that we get to live in a country that allows us to have a show like this.
That was good.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job. I mean, I don't usually watch late night TV. I find myself once in a while grabbing Jimmy Fallon, but you know, I'm not a Jimmy Kimmel fan or not a fan.
I'm not either.
It's fine. I mean, it late night TV, and maybe that's why, you know, they cancel Colbert next May, right?
Who's your favorite out of the three, Jill?
Colbert.
Bez?
Fallon, but I don't watch any of them.
Kevin?
Fallon, I would say.
I'm a Colbert guy too.
Yeah.
That's if I had my choice. And I like all three of them, to be honest with you. I could watch any of them, and I'll usually catch their clips on social media, but I'm a Colbert guy.
If it's, I mean, I might flip through the channels and watch any of them, yeah. But I'm not like.
But I think Jimmy's super funny and
And I
talented.
think he is too.
I think all three of them are
I don't
funny
dislike
and talented.
Jimmy Kimmel. I think he's great.
I agree.
But
I went and watched it was a 17-minute monologue. I watched the whole thing.
I did too.
And I thought it was good. I made the mistake of texting my dad and my brother that I watched the monologue and I thought it was good, and my dad
Just
like,
ripped into you?
Went
Like-
off.
Your dad's like, that lock pod.
see, John, you did the same thing I did at the bar.
No,
you know,
What are you
No,
doing?
you're
Yeah,
not getting
right?
out of that, Kevin.
This is where my dad came from. He goes, I watch Newsmax, and the Newsmax host ripped his monologue apart. And my point to my dad was, this is my problem, is you're watching it through the eyes of these
Agreed.
talking heads and these grifters and these shills.
Right.
Watch it for yourself
Agree
and
with you,
come
John.
talk to me.
Agree with you.
Yeah.
we were just talking about that on another issue, I think, here on Lockpot. I can't remember what it was, but I think I kind of said about the same thing, right? It's good to watch it yourself.
Absolutely.
Well,
Agreed.
it was that
and
Nick-
think and make your own decisions.
yeah,
you
absolutely.
know?
I think that's right.
Instead of like getting permission from Fox News or somebody on how to think about it,
Or letting them put their thoughts into your head
right.
on
And
what
then
to think about
and
it.
then you go out there and you just repeat it. You know?
Yeah, I'm with you, John. I agree with that.
So if my dad's watching, sorry, I just...
Sorry, Mr. Besmar.
You're
Sorry,
out of the
Mr.
will.
Yeah. Sorry, Mr. V. Yeah, we're not trying to change your son, Mr. Vesmar. We're not. We just hang out a lot.
I'm a free thinker, man.
Yeah,
you are.
Yeah.
You're the token Trumper.
I don't know
Hi.
anymore. I don't know.
I'm
So
fucking with you.
There's a YouTube comment I haven't brought up to you guys yet. It's going to be a mailbag, but someone like laid into me about when I was talking about they censored Alex Jones and Roseanne, that whole clip. This person was like, he has no clue what he's talking about. He's a cult like member of Trump, and I'm like, you have any idea
No.
how
Yeah.
critical I've been lately?
you have been.
Like, Unbelievable.
I've been impressed.
I'll be honest with you. I think we're all somewhat critical of the party. I know I'm pretty tough on Democratic Party over here, and I think John's pretty tough on the Republican Party over here.
Yeah. That's what makes this a great show.
I think so. And we're whether you like it or not, we say things that are applicable. I mean, proof positive was just last week when we said something that another person got canceled for, and we literally said the same thing on our show. And it's like we're making important points here, and that's why I do love LockPod. I think it's important, and I appreciate the audience for sure. And more importantly, I appreciate the sponsors, because without them, we just could not do this.
That's right.
It's too expensive. The insurance is expensive, as we've learned,
Yes,
and it doesn't go down; it goes up.
No.
The more you talk, the more it goes up.
That's true.
And I talk a lot.
Yes, you do. Well, let's speaking of our sponsors, let's do some.
Let's do some.
All right, we'll come back with second. Stick around. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about.
This next story is about Ball State and the First Amendment, and it's pretty shocking. And it's a two-parter. We're going to do the second part next week, but this is it's a disturbing story about what's going on and when you speak your mind. And so let's start with Powering Indiana Lake County, sponsor of LockPod every single season. Thank you very much. Powering Indiana Lake County is your source for the region's most trusted electricians. At Powering Indiana Lake County, we set the standard for excellence in electrical work. As IBEW Local 697 electrical contractors, we ensure safety, reliability, and quality for Northwest Indiana corporations, businesses, and homes alike. But our mission goes beyond the job site. We're creating a brighter future for the region we proudly serve. Powering Indiana Lake County, bringing excellence to the job, creating a brighter future for our community. Find the right electrical contractor at poweringindiana.org.
The branding room floor. Don't let your business get lost in the shuffle of generic branding and aimless marketing. Trust Northwest Indiana's award-winning full-service marketing agency, the Branding Room Floor. Providing data-driven results to help your business grow in a crowded market is their specialty. From website development and digital advertising to graphic design and branding, the Branding Room Floor will set your business or organization on a clear path to strategic success. Don't wait another day to get started. Visit thebrandingroomfloor.com today.
Cantrell and Cantrell, attorneys at law. Are you injured or in trouble with the law? Give Cantrell and Cantrell a call and schedule your consultation with someone who's in court and at the jail every day. Call John Cantrell at 219-554-4LAW or visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com. John and his wife, Kristen, make a great team and are waiting to hear from you.
Prestmer Insurance Agency. For decades, the Ron J. Prestmer Insurance Agency has been located right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all your insurance needs. The Prestmer Agency specializes in a wide range of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and more. Prestmer Agency also serves thousands of people and businesses throughout the Chicagoland and the Midwest. Call Ron or Ronnie today at 219-844-0103. They are here to protect what matters most to you. And I want to say thank you to the Prestmer Insurance Agency for they sponsored one of our bays in Swingers Golf Lounge, right, Joe?
It looks nice.
Oh,
It does look nice. It was
thanks, Ron and Ronnie.
It was on social media today, and it just like reminds me of what a great community-oriented firm Prestmer Insurance Agency is.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
like they support LockPod, obviously. We appreciate that, but LockPod has nothing to do with the city, and they just go around and they sponsor a lot.
And available. By the way, when you call, like, they are there. They answer the phone. They're, you know, it's like you.
We're like, Ron, our insurance company dropped us. McDermott said something stupid again.
Then they're like, I got to run. I'll call you later.
Yeah, no, they're honestly,
the best.
we needed, I mean, that's a true story. We got dropped because of that lawsuit that we talk about. And Ron and Ronnie
helped us.
They jumped on it right away. And we had another insurance agency that stepped up, and we appreciate that.
Charge us more.
Well,
That's what it is.
You're making Spiros happy right now. We're still going to win the case. That's all that matters.
All right. Thank you to
Law
our sponsors.
is on our side, in my unofficial opinion.
Thank you to our sponsors.
First Amendment,
our
man.
studio sponsors.
Did we get them all? I thought there was one left.
Did I miss one? Cal Brewing.
Yeah.
It's not about the miles you run or the perfect score or even the final victory. It's about the joy of the journey. The high fives after a friendly game, the feeling of accomplishment, the shared laughter. That's the moment worth toasting. With only 95 calories and 2.6 carbs, Michelob Ultra is the refreshing, crisp reward that makes the moment better. Michelob Ultra, it's only worth it if you enjoy it. Head over to the Cal Brew or Michelob Ultra websites and social media pages for more info on this great family of beers. Enjoy the Michelob Ultra lifestyle with beers and cheers responsibly.
Thanks to our sponsors.
Including our studio sponsor, Powering Indiana, Lake County.
All right, the story is about Ball State, and it's about First
Cardinals.
Amendment.
Chirp, chirp.
Oh, look at you.
That's right. And it's about, it's not necessarily a great story about Ball State. It's about, and there's a lot of fear in academia right now, especially in regards to President Trump, especially if you're a research institution that gets money from the federal government.
And
is that a fair statement?
It is a fair statement. I think it's also, it seems like higher education is also in the crosshairs of the state government.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're going to talk next week.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk next week about the second half of the story, which includes our Attorney General and what he's trying to do with these universities as well to regulate their speech, which is repulsive when you think about it. I mean, a college campus seems like the perfect place to exercise your First Amendment rights.
Yeah, and I think the perspective of the Attorney General and maybe even the governor is that like our universities are bastions of liberal politics, and we have to combat that.
Young people are usually from the left, and usually as you age, you start going more and more to the middle or to the right.
Yeah, and it's interesting because actually, right, that's I think what everybody thinks, and then yet just looking at, I mean, I know we're going to talk about Charlie Kirk, but one of the things that like the right has said is that Charlie Kirk kind of made college campuses more comfortable for kids that are more conservative.
Agree.
And so like, you learned like, well, maybe it's not that liberal in the college campuses. Maybe there are conservative voices. And there were even when I was in school, right? It just, you do feel, I think for the most part, you feel that college campuses are, liberal places.
Okay. But so obviously, I think we painted the picture well, meaning that obviously in the era of Trump, 2025, I think college campuses are very leery when it comes to crossing President Trump in the federal government.
Harvard.
I mean, they're losing
billions,
hundreds of millions,
billions,
if not billions of dollars right now because President Trump basically is mad at them over the things that they say and policies that they enact, and
like allowing anti-Israel protests and stuff. I think
right
was a
to
big
take
part of
over,
that. Yeah.
Like Columbia, right? I mean, Columbia, they like reversed course. They said, whatever you want.
And there were settlements of millions of dollars.
Crazy.
Hundreds of millions, yeah.
It's crazy.
So obviously, Ball State over here in Indiana sees what's going on across the country, and if President Trump could do that to Columbia and Harvard, he could certainly do it to the Cardinals. Chirp, chirp. Okay? So this week, a controversy at Ball State University has sparked a debate over free speech and public employment. There's a lady named Suzanne, the school's former director of health promotion and advocacy, who was terminated because of a private Facebook post she made about conservative activist Charlie Kirk. In the post, Swerk criticizes Kirk even in death, saying it reflected the violence, fear, and hatred that he sowed. When her private post was shared, it ignited a firestorm of outrage online, including attacks from Attorney General Todd Rokita and far-right influencers like Shaya Raichik. Swerk says she stands by her words, arguing that she and all Americans have First Amendment rights, especially when criticizing public figures. She described the fallout as one of the worst days of her life, receiving threats that included her home address and even a voicemail saying she deserved what Charlie Kirk got.
Yeah, I mean, this is concerning. I mean, look, first of all, who the hell shared the private post and who did she send it to? Somebody that really didn't like her?
I'm just reading
it's
it
crazy,
now for
right?
the first time.
I mean, so it's
everybody that you're friends with on social media is not your real friend.
That's very true.
And they have different feelings about politics than you do.
Yes, they do.
So when you put something online, you're going to piss somebody off and they're going to flip it.
Yeah.
That's just how, take it from me.
And
there's no friends when it comes to politics.
And in today's, especially under this strange situation we're in where it seems like the First Amendment is under attack, you're risking your employment. You're risking.
Depends on who you work for.
I agree.
Right.
Yeah. And this is
you work for yourself.
Yep.
So you could do stuff.
Yeah.
You may piss off your clients. And
right.
your clients
you may
take
hurt
their
your business.
Right.
Yep.
But you're not going to fire yourself.
No, I'm not.
So
I'm not going to fire Steve.
If
Steve's
you
not going to fire me.
If you have bosses.
Correct.
And you're going to wade into whether or not somebody should have been assassinated, don't be surprised when the fallout.
Yeah, let's say I'm like the general manager at Jewel Osco or something, right? And I post something that, like, I don't know, whatever.
The same thing.
Sure.
You post the same thing.
Yeah, if they're like, hey, man, we don't like this. This reflects bad on our company.
Right.
See you later.
Right.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, you
don't
really have a private.
You're like, oh no, that was my private Facebook. It's like, yeah, you're privately on Channel 7 News right now.
You're an at-will employee.
Right?
You're an at-will employee.
Yeah.
Right.
And we have really very few laws that protect at-will employees in Indiana. You could be fired because they don't like your politics. They could fire you for that easily.
They can't fire you over age or disability or race or sexual preference, things like that. But
now backed by the ACLU of Indiana, Swerk has filed a federal lawsuit claiming Ball State violated her constitutional rights. The ACLU calls it a classic case of heckler's veto, where speech is punished not because it's illegal, but because it angers enough people. Ball State isn't commenting on the case, but the outcome could have wide implications for free speech rights of public employees across Indiana and beyond.
Tom, why do you think, I mean, I think I know the answer to this, but why is this different than like the example we gave at Jewel Osco?
Oh, it's because of, you have a government employer in this case that made it's government. Ball State is a public university that gets federal dollars, gets state dollars. And so basically it's government in this case that's terminating her. I think this is a solid case for her. Mm-hmm. Don't you, Kev?
I do.
You take it, right?
Well, I mean, I'm not a First Amendment lawyer,
but you would take it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a viable case. It's actionable. I don't think anyone would be filing it in bad faith. So it's not frivolous. But these.
So she worked for NIPSCO. Mm-hmm. She has no case.
That's
NIPSCO,
interesting,
public
right?
utility.
I don't know. That's like an almost
okay.
gray
She worked
area.
for Jewel. She has no case.
I mean, I would love to have if somebody out there is a First Amendment lawyer or knows this. I mean, can a private entity fire you for your speech? I think they can.
Yes, they can. They're not government.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's right. I think so. Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Okay, let's flip it around. Let's say Nicole, who works in your office, who I love.
Yes,
let's say she's a Trumper. I don't believe she is. But
No,
let's just say she just posts continuous Trump shit on her Facebook. And you're like she's your friend, of course, because you guys are friends on social media. And every time you open up Facebook, you see Nicole posting like, I love Donald Trump this, Donald Trump, Gulf of America, all this bullshit, right? And you're like, man, I'm sick and tired of Nicole posting Trump shit, right? And you're like, Nicole, this isn't working with us. You're fired.
Yeah, it's like, I think.
Sorry, Nicole. We used you as a hypothetical.
I think I have.
Kevin loves you, Nicole.
I think Steve and I have a really high. I think Steve and I have a really high tolerance for stuff like that. I really think that if we hired,
could
they
you?
were posting,
could you?
Yes, I could probably, but I don't think
I
would.
Like,
I don't think I would.
I'm not trying to cast aspersions.
No, I know.
Kevin and Steve as people.
I'm just saying. I'm just thinking through, and I'd be like, man, I can't believe she's a Trumper, but I don't think I'd fire her.
She's not a Trumper, for the record.
No, I know
I seriously doubt Nicole's a Trumper.
I know she's not, but I'm just saying I don't think I would fire her for it. But could I? Yes.
I think you would, Nicole.
I don't think I would.
Yeah. Nicole's like, how did I get on your show today?
But
Carolyn Jones says, yes, they can.
Yes, they can. All right. Thank you, Carolyn.
Carolyn Jones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sounds smart.
Lawyer?
Sounds
very smart to me.
Yeah.
That is a smart name.
I'm with Carolyn.
Is she a lawyer?
It's an excellent question.
Let's say yes.
Pretty sure.
Yes.
I'm running. I think she's a First Amendment lawyer.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Yeah.
We agree.
So, Tom, where do you think? I think it's great that the ACLU took this up because it does help somebody like a professor that may not have the funds to hire a private attorney, and it'll be interesting where it goes.
I think they took it up also because it's Ball State. It's a public university. It's a big case.
Oh, yeah.
This is all over the Indianapolis market right now. Everybody knows this story down there. We like to take stories from the state's largest newspaper,
Without a doubt.
up here, to remind people up here that there's stuff going on in our state we don't pay attention to.
I think we're in the middle of a very concerning time, though, where the First Amendment. Look, I mean, at the end of the day, I think you should be able to say what you want to say, and for the most part, outside of the things that we know you can't say to incite violence and things like that. But there are people out there that just constantly piss me off by what they're saying. They open their mouth, I'm like, oh my God, shut the But you know what? At the same time, that's the whole part of the First Amendment. It's a part of discussion on issues.
I hate
people
the
have
First
different
Amendment
viewpoints.
As a mayor, I hate it.
Sure.
Because people say, I think you're corrupt. I think you're stupid. You're doing this because you know the developers. I hear all this stuff all the time. And it's not true. None of it's fucking true.
That's right.
I'm like operating Hammond out of Hammond's best interest. That's my goal, is like to do things in Hammond's best interest. Sometimes it aligns with people that are wealthy. And maybe I actually know this person. It doesn't mean we have some dirty deal cooked up. It just means, yeah, I know that person. That person knows me. We're doing business between Hammond and them. Doesn't mean there's anything untoward happening. But like I hear it all the time, and that's your right to say that shit because you have the First Amendment right, and I am government. I can't crack down on it, or else it's a violation of the Constitution.
I mean, you just had a First Amendment issue at City Hall, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Want to bring that up?
Go. Yeah. So, well, I mean, you bring it up.
No,
you're
because like it's your story. Like,
this is so recently.
First Amendment auditors.
There's these First Amendment auditors. I don't know if you've heard of them out there, but they basically go around. They try to get clicks online.
You see this online, Joe?
By trying to go into places, public places.
This is on my algorithm. I see this shit all the time. John, do you see this stuff?
I've seen it too. Yeah,
Yep.
I've seen it on private stores.
What is it?
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I'll see it in private stores for sure. But I also see it in they'll send somebody to a police station.
Sure.
And they'll stand there with their cell phone in the middle of the lobby of the police station. They film all the cops coming in. They film the people walking in, and then a cop will walk out every time. He'll be like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And he's like, "I'm just filming." And he goes, "You can't do that here." And they're like, "Yeah, I can." get the fuck out of my face. And the cop's like, hey, man, I'm going to fucking arrest you if you keep on filming like that. And then the guy's like, no, you can't arrest me, man. And then the cop will like start manhandling him, and then they'll freaking file a lawsuit against him.
Yep.
And they lose. The police department's going to lose because you have the right to be in a public space and film. It's a public building.
Yeah, as long as you don't go in unauthorized areas or places that are designated non-public or during non-open hours, right?
You can't break into City Hall.
Can't break into City Hall, but
Right.
this happens. Like there was a guy that showed up at City Hall and tried to do this, and
What happened? My staff totally messed it up.
I don't think that they were prepared for this.
They weren't. I was prepared because it's on my algorithm.
Yep.
I was so embarrassed. Like all these people that I hired are standing there in the YouTube video that's getting hundreds of thousands of views, and they're like, "Get the hell out of here! You can't be here doing that." And he was literally trying to get a rise out of people in City Hall, and it worked. And we look stupid now on YouTube.
Yep.
City Hammond, and the 3 people like kicking out the First Amendment auditor for what? For standing there filming. It was right by John's office. Funny enough.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that happened?
No.
It happened right outside of your office, right in front of my office too.
Wow.
So the upside is that the mayor made sure the staff was retrained or trained originally, and so now everybody knows. Sternly, yes, I would say sternly. But I mean, I guess
these people succeeded. They wanted to embarrass us, and they succeeded.
Yeah, I mean, I think
it's creepy, though, isn't it?
It is creepy, and the interesting thing about this, it's very creepy.
Crazy.
And the interesting thing about this, I think, is just that it just goes to show you the First Amendment is out there, it's everywhere, and it's something to be protected, and it's something that as Americans we should be on guard for, whether you agree or disagree with the speech. I think that's the important thing.
The guy I see, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, John. He always gets in fights, basically. He knows that a guy's going to punch him.
He wants it to happen.
Yes,
Yeah, and he has pepper spray at the ready.
Yeah.
So he'll sit there and he'll hold his camera, and then a guy will walk up. It's usually some big macho guy is like, and he put his face in the camera. He's like, "Get the fuck out of here. This is my land." And the guy's like, "Dude, if you touch me, I'm going to defend myself." And the guy's like, "What are you going to do?" Because they're usually huge, And then he sprays him right in the face with pepper spray. And you can't do shit after you get sprayed in the face with pepper spray, right? And it, like, what are you going to do?
Probably makes for a better video. I bet he gets more clicks on
Dude,
something
he
like
gets so many clicks and it's the person's fault who instigated it. They're like, usually they throw the cell phone on the ground or something like that, and then they get pepper sprayed, and it's usually the end of the video.
Yeah,
but it happens so frequently.
Yeah.
So remember that.
Don't get pepper sprayed.
Don't get pepper sprayed,
People
or have your own.
But like another one they do is I'm standing in front of a restaurant.
Yeah.
Let's say I'm in front of a pizza place, and I'm filming everybody coming in and out, and I'm standing on the sidewalk. And then the pizza owner comes out, "What are you doing here? This is my restaurant. You can't be here." And he's like, "Yeah, I can, man." And then it usually results in the guy getting pepper sprayed in the face. Because you can't do that. It's creepy. It's not appropriate, but it's a public space, and there's no reasonable expectation of privacy in a public space.
I mean, I guess you risk getting your ass kicked if you're doing that. And
I'm sure.
It is really creepy. I mean, especially like if it's a guy and there's like, women. I think it makes it's really uncomfortable. Yeah,
he's
it's just
not a lovable type of person, but he gets lots of views.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, if that's your job, I guess.
That's all people care about nowadays is views.
It's
all
true.
Clout chasing.
It is.
Which, to be honest, I'm reading her post just now for the first time. This goes back to the Ball State employee, and I'm wondering why. Why post this? What good could possibly come?
Because everybody wants to be a star. Everybody wants their opinion heard. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Like people go hiking now, and they're sitting there with little drones tailing them while they're hiking, and the drones are like
wild.
filming them going up. It's like, why? It's so
bizarre.
fucking important for my fans to see me hike Camelback.
It's so bizarre.
And then like there's little fucking drones flying around you. It's like you're like a star.
I don't get where everybody became so self-important.
I know.
It's just like
It's part of our problem.
It really is. No, it is, and it's
especially
mental
in
health.
politics.
Mental health.
I think it's important in politics. It's really a problem in politics because there's a lot of people that care more about likes and clicks than they care about the policy that they're voting on.
all they care about.
So
now.
true,
Right.
Tom. Amen.
It's like, I do this and look at me, like I'm out there pushing for the fight. I'm a council person in Indy and I'm pushing the fight for Gaza. It's like, you're a fucking Indy council person, you dumb shit. Who gives a shit about Gaza? All due respect. You're a council person in Indy. You should focus on Indianapolis instead of focusing on Gaza. Because we didn't elect you councilor of Indy so you can go in there and talk about what's going on in Gaza. We voted for you so that you would vote for the police department funding and do good city things, not, take world
Make
positions.
sure my garbage is picked up.
But why is that person doing it? Because he gets tons of clicks and likes, and that's what it's really about. It's not really about policy. It's about clout chasing.
Upping my persona.
Yeah, and
online.
that guy's a total jagoff too, and I hope he's listening. So
Just to clarify,
not
I think
that-
Tom is saying who cares about Gaza in your role as
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're a counselor of Indy,
we
it's
want to care about
heartbreaking
Gaza.
what's going on in Gaza,
Yes,
right?
yes,
but it's
yes.
not my job as mayor to like alter policy in the city of Hammond because of
Right.
what's going on in Gaza. It's not why the people elected me there.
Right.
And they didn't elect that Indy counselor to take positions on Gaza either. They elected an Indy counselor so that he would do good things for Indianapolis and help the mayor run the city. Instead, he wants to take positions on world issues and go for clicks and likes.
No, John, I'm glad you clarified, Tom. I was going to do the same thing because I know what Tom meant, and it was in that context, of
What's
course.
that?
No, when you said who cares about Gaza?
Well, if you're an Indy counselor,
right? I meant
in that context.
Should
right?
that be our
yes,
title?
Yes.
No.
No,
I'm kidding.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
Kidding.
we're not here to piss
Clickbait.
people off.
That's
Yeah.
right. Well,
But
good.
like, that's part of the problem, is what I'm saying, is because, in my opinion, this is my opinion only, this counselor I'm talking about in Indy is like chasing likes, chasing clicks, and the job that he got elected to doesn't really matter as much as the clicks and likes.
and it's
you
to
know?
the detriment of his constituents.
Absolutely.
Like,
It's
if you polled his constituents and you gave them a list of 10 things they want their council person
what's
to
going
do,
on in Gaza is it top of your list?
It's at the bottom of
Right.
Hey, is my neighborhood safe?
Right.
Are we making sure we have enough firefighters in my neighborhood? Can I get my garbage picked up? Is my snow plowed?
Right. Right.
I mean,
these are the important things to
Yeah.
city government. It's not your position on what's going on in Gaza. You know, if you want to involve yourself in these issues, run
Talk
for
to your
U.S. Senate,
congressman.
run for Congress.
Yeah.
You're in the wrong office, Indy counselor. You know, if you want to, take an issue on these important issues, then run for Congress. You know, Andre Carson's there. I'm sure he'd love to take you on.
Well, I mean, just to kind of bring it back local to you, Tom, I think this is one of those things where, like, for example, and, I think you said this at the CLE yesterday, sometimes taking a symbolic stand isn't really worth it in city government.
Symbolic stands are stupid.
Like we were talking in the context of sanctuary cities.
Yes.
And resolutions and pressure that was put on you to do it.
They wanted us to take a symbolic action and declare Hammond a sanctuary city about 7-8 years ago. And I was like, this is nuts. Donald Trump's president, and it was his first term. I'm like, state government supermajority, Republican governor. I'm like, we're going to piss these guys off, and we're going to take a symbolic stand as mayor here in Hammond, and then they're going to take money from us.
Yeah.
They're going to cost us millions of dollars.
Money that you use to implement really good policies in the city.
So it's like, if there was an actual action I could take that would actually have a result, I would think about it. But I'm not going to do some symbolic stand. So I pissed off a lot of progressives. They were fucking furious with me. It's like, I can't believe we got 35% Hispanic population in Hammond and you're not taking this position.
And yet I think the interesting thing is that as a policy, the way Tom runs government and his police department and everything else, is protective of his citizens. So, but the thing here is, like, do you really need to pass some piece of paper?
Right. It was symbolic only. There was no, by the way, so we don't pass this ordinance. East Chicago and Gary and a few other municipalities across the state pass it. And guess what happens?
Yeah, Rokita comes down their throat.
They promptly get sued by the state, and they're like suffering the consequences. They're in the middle of a lawsuit. It's distracting. People are getting deposed. They have to show up for court.
They had to repeal their ordinance.
Yeah. Why? Because you
Publicly.
wanted to chase clicks and likes. This wasn't about anything you could actually accomplish. It was about a symbolic action that had serious repercussions for your cities. And the mayor's job in cases like that is to say, no, this isn't in the city's best interest. I did the right thing. And by the way, I lost an election shortly thereafter because of that. Because the progressives are like, fuck this guy. This guy's not one of us.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing about it is that, government, sometimes city government thinks it's a good idea, but in reality, it ends up not being a good idea. And even though I disagree with Rokita's stance on that and, making them repeal it, because we went through this, in another episode about why, he can't really force you to repeal it, but in this instance, they did whatever. So.
Good segment.
Yeah. All right, let's do some
tough,
ads.
tough stuff we're dealing with, but I don't think. And by the way, so we started off with Ball State firing that young, their individual over First Amendment issues. We're going to continue that story on Tuesday with another round of teachers, looking over their shoulders. So anyway, let's go ahead and do some ads, and then when we come back, we will talk about Ukraine, Donald Trump,
and James Comey.
James Comey getting indicted. That's a rough one too,
Yep.
man. Let's start with Tortillas Nuevo Leon, who sets the gold standard in Mexican cuisine across the Midwest. Look for Tortillas Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia, de todo corazón.
Misprint Printing. Elevate your brand with Misprint, the premier printing and sign solution in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. With a 30-year legacy of excellence, their experienced team, led by Rick Waldensberger, combines innovation and technology to deliver top-quality signs and printing, always on time within budget, conveniently located in Munster and Hammond. Misprint is your partner for creating impactful visual solutions that leave a lasting impression. Visit them at Misprint USA to bring your vision to life today.
MCR Partners is your one-stop destination for top-notch expertise in economic development, finance, and planning. With a dedicated team geared up to tackle your projects head-on, they're your go-to comprehensive solution providers. Dive into the world of economic development with MCR Partners and let them guide you through the maze of opportunities. Stay in the loop and connected by hitting up their website at mcrpartnersllc.com. For tailored assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to Matt Reardon at 219-741-9511.
Byway Brewing. Byway Brewing is a family-friendly microbrewery with a spacious tap room and an outdoor patio serving its award-winning craft beer, a chef-driven food menu, and craft cocktails on draft. Their brewing equipment and production facility offers a unique backdrop for events like bridal showers, reunions, or corporate parties. With their new food truck, they can cater to your corporate and private events off-site, just off 8094 at the Kennedy Avenue South exit. Discover more at bywaybrewing.beer.
Kuklakis Law. Are you facing legal challenges and don't know where to turn? Look no further than Kuklakis Law, your trusted source for legal advice in Indiana and Illinois. Do you need representation buying or selling real estate? Call Kuklakis Law. Do you need help Do you need help forming your business? Call Kuklakis Law. Did you get injured in a car crash or at your job? Call Kuklakis Law. No matter what your legal issue, call 219-671-6347 for a free consultation. Who are you going to call? Kuklakis Law. Hablamos Español.
Okay. Thank you to our sponsors.
Including our studio sponsor, Power in Indiana, Lake County.
First off, before we get into Ukraine and Donald Trump's about face, that I'm incredibly happy about, by the way. I've always been a supporter of Ukraine. Let's talk about Escalator Gate first.
Oh.
I didn't see this, but I heard rumor. And then one of my Facebook friends posted something that was hilarious. She said, one time I was on an escalator. It's my friend Jen G. She said, one time I was on an escalator and it went up and it stopped. And you know what I did? Nothing, because it's no big deal. I thought it was great.
I thought it was funny how he kind of like ran into the backside of Melania when it stopped. It was like,
do we have a video of it?
Yeah,
I would like to see this
now. Yeah.
And by the way, speaking of somebody who did something funny, Stephen Colbert, your favorite, Jill, did a really funny escalator gate.
Oh yeah,
like look, who was it? So
who?
Well, I heard it was his videographer.
Oh, yeah. I heard that, too. Like, he ran up ahead of him.
Yes, and was going to try to, get him coming up the escalator.
All right, okay, here we go. Here we go.
I got it.
Okay. Is this at Trump Tower?
Oh.
No, it's at the UN.
UN. Yeah, here they go. Oh. And then Melania just kind of say, I'm walking.
Yeah. He's like, what the fuck? Right. I got to use my legs?
There you go. There he is.
Oh, they think it was him?
Yes.
Okay.
The videographer who was ahead of him.
He stopped it for a better shoot?
I don't know. Or you hit the button or something?
No, I don't think it was intentional.
If I had to hold the camera and go backwards up an escalator, I would fall.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
He's not holding onto anything but the camera.
The president made a big deal out of this, right? Like there was some type of conspiracy.
Yeah. Because there was some weird thing in the Guardian that said people at the UN were joking. Could you imagine if we stopped the escalator 3 days earlier?
Which is wild.
Yeah, very wild.
So weird.
So weird.
So I haven't heard much since I heard this, that when the videographer went to walk down the escalator the other way, that actually tripped some sort of safety measure. It wasn't like he hit a button.
Oh, like they went the wrong way?
Yeah.
You go the wrong way on the escalator?
It stops it, yeah.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah, because they want to discourage people from running down the stairs when it's going up.
Correct.
Right?
But
which is fun as hell.
Yeah.
Every kid has done that.
To add insult to injury, he gets up on stage and his teleprompter's not working.
And then I read that his teleprompter was run by White House staff.
That's what the UN said. We don't run the teleprompter.
Yeah. So it seems to me that the president's staff's all fucked up.
Much ado about nothing.
Are they doing that on purpose? Because if they are, I love it.
I do too.
Yeah, it's funny. John, that's so interesting about that it tripped a sensor.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
I bet that makes sense.
So. Jill, did you see the picture that Gavin Newsom put out with him in orange face?
I don't think I did.
John, pull that up.
Okay.
Oh my God, it's
John
so
can find this.
freaking. You could find it.
Wait, did you guys watch the video that I posted this morning with the escalator? It's pretty funny.
No.
What?
Not there.
Uh-oh.
What?
Huh.
Yeah, because President Trump said something like he doesn't have what it takes to be president, and Gavin's response was, "Does this make it better?" And it was him with a perfectly orange painted face.
Wow,
Like
I'm not seeing it.
What? That's crazy.
Gone.
All right,
for the ages.
Well, they purged it.
So this was interesting, right?
They did. They wormholed it. Yeah.
Dude, I can't believe that.
Screenshots. You got to take screenshots.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of the UN, one of the crazy things that came out of that visit, outside of the president indicating to everybody how much he deserved the Nobel Peace Prize, including apparently solving the 7 conflicts, including the one between Cambodia and Armenia, which I thought was an interesting one that I had never heard of. He did an about face on Ukraine. He posted a True Social post, a pretty long one actually, that talks about the war in Ukraine, and he said specifically, quote, "I think Ukraine, with the support of the EU, is in a position to fight and win all of Ukraine back in its original form." So that's, as you know, when President Zelensky came to the White House in February and had that big blow up. Even after that, when President Trump met with Putin in Alaska, there was basically discussion like, hey, everyone's going to have to give a little bit here, and I don't think Ukraine's going to get all their land back as a result of any peace deal. And now he's basically saying like, hey, if you want to, I think Ukraine can fight as long as you're using U.S. supplied weapons through NATO or through the EU, and you can get your land back. Russia didn't bite, but I mean, I don't know if it's almost like I read something that said, is this Trump basically going on the sidelines because he's pissed off that he can't get the peace deal done?
I think so. I think it's because he does all these talks, with Russia and whatnot, and now there's drones flying into Poland, and there's just Putin's not backing down,
right? Which I think I would be pissed off if I was Trump too, because I think you go in thinking like you're dealing with a rational actor, and unfortunately, this is exactly what both Republicans and Democrats have been saying about Putin for a long time. He's a bad dude. You can't trust him. He's a KGB agent, and he's going to play you. And I'm not saying the president necessarily was played. I'm just saying, like, I get the frustration of the president because I think he goes in thinking, I'm going to get this thing solved. And
I think it bruised his ego, and now he's
like.
But yeah, Kevin, you made a good point. Contrast this post, and what he said at the UN about, shoot the Russian planes down if they go into NATO airspace. Contrast that with, remember that you mentioned that nauseating moment with Zelensky in the White House.
Yes,
you're not even wearing a suit?
What?
Is this the kind of suit you wear to meet the president?
That was Vance. It was terrible.
And then right after that,
it
was a reporter.
Yeah.
But then right after that, they stopped like any weapons to Ukraine. Like they really were putting the boot down.
Right.
And now all of a sudden, just total 180.
Yeah.
Right. After getting to know and fully understand the Ukraine-Russia military and economic situation, and after seeing the economic trouble it's causing Russia, I think Ukraine, with the support of the European Union, is in a position to fight and win all of Ukraine back in its original form.
I thought one of the interesting things that he was asked a really point-blank question, and he didn't waver. The question was, should Russian planes be shot down if they enter NATO airspace? And Trump just said yes. That was his only answer. I was like, damn, all right. Okay, there is.
If Russian warplanes enter NATO space,
should be shot down. He said yes.
Especially in Poland. On the
what about
lines
the
like
Baltics?
That. Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
like Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. I mean,
I think this is from. Do you guys remember? Like, think back. Trump either met with Putin or someone else did, and Trump posted like, I think it was a really good meeting, and then he said when he got home, Melania said, "Oh, they just bombed like a school or they hit a residential building." I think this stems from stuff like that.
I agree
Trump
with you.
Is just like,
he makes him look stupid.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm trying to get this thing done. I go home and he bombs a school and kills kids.
Or it might have been an apartment or it hit an apartment or something. But because he's taking shots at Putin in this post.
Agree.
Like,
calling Russia a paper tiger.
Yes.
Which I thought there was a Russian diplomat that got on the radio. I thought it was kind of funny. He goes, "We're more associated with a bear, and there's no such thing as a paper bear." That sounds like so Russian to say.
Russian.
I'm not even going to try my Russian accent, by the way. But
All right, let's go to this next one. This is a disturbing story. One of the fears with what's going on with the Department of Justice is they're going to become hugely politicized. And I can tell you, my 22-year career, I've never really thought about the U.S. Department of Justice as a political organization. I really never did.
No.
I never really thought that it was possible to get charged federally, which is very serious. I never really thought it was possible to get charged federally because you're a Republican or because you're a Democrat. I really never felt that way until now. I think now, straight up, Democrats have to be on guard for frivolous indictments from the federal government. And I think we've seen one of the first ones, James Comey.
Yeah, I mean, I think, if you're looking at it from the other side, you're like, well, they indicted Trump for, these documents, and they started it. But
a lot of other people.
That's not okay. Yeah, I mean, and if you want to take that point, yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that.
It's an observation everyone's making, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to be like Ted Lasso and have like goldfish memories.
There
Honestly,
you go.
to fix America, we got to stop going backwards.
Because
I don't disagree.
This has to stop.
I don't disagree.
We got to be like, we have to have somebody that's big enough of a president to be like, I'm going to act like nothing happened previously. I'm going to start right now, completely fresh. I'm not going to compare Obama, Biden, Trump. I'm just going to be like President Tom from this point forward.
I hope most Americans agree with exactly what you said, because I fear that Americans are now becoming retribution and revenge driven, and they can't wait to see if their candidate wins to just do it back to the other side.
Right.
That's not That's not what our republic is based upon. If we get to that point, we've basically become a banana republic.
It's a banana republic.
I mean, because
the justice system it's worthless at that point.
As an attorney, I am so generally proud of the rule of law and what kind of court system we have in this country, because I truly believe that it works, and I truly believe that we have a lot of good people working in government service, working as judges, working in the court system. And I do believe in the jury system, and I think ultimately, in this case, outside of what I believe seems to be a cockamamie way to indict James Comey, I really believe that in the end, the jury system will work in this case.
Do you think he got indicted because of his politics?
That's what I was going to ask, Tom. What actually is the indictment?
So the indictment, he got indicted on one count of making a false statement
in front of Congress, I believe,
and one count of obstruction of a congressional proceeding. Okay, the crazy thing is that frontline prosecutors that have been prosecutors forever declined to put this in front of a grand jury because the evidence was too thin. They didn't think they could get an indictment, or they didn't think they could get conviction, rather. The Trump-appointed U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, which is one of those districts, by the way, where you have top talent, kind of like the Southern District in New York, okay? You have top talent there. He resigned because of pressure to indict Letitia James and James Comey.
Oh, this was like last week.
Yes.
Yeah, this was really recently.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the person who went into the indictment was someone who was one of Trump's attorneys, right? And who has no prosecutorial experience and had to get an indictment on the last day possible because the statute of limitations ran yesterday.
Wow.
I'm sorry, ran Tuesday.
Right.
Ran Tuesday.
It was like they were in a hurry.
And the other thing that's really interesting about this is that, first of all, I don't know if, just real quick, grand juries are where a prosecutor, they're secret proceedings, prosecutor goes in only. There's no defendant there. There's no defense. There's no contrary discussion from somebody different than the prosecutor, except the grand jurors can, of course, ask questions. And the prosecutor presents their evidence, and it's a very low standard. It's probable cause, basically, to indict. In this case, the grand jury rejected one of the charges. So he only got charged with two things, which is rare, very rare. I mean, if you talk to a federal prosecutor, I bet they would say it may have never happened to them or it's happened one time. Okay, so that's interesting. And again, look, it's all about the change between the first term and the second term. The first term, he was taking advice from advisors about how independent the DOJ needs to be. This time, it just seems like he's going to push as hard as he can for retribution and revenge against those that don't like him.
Yeah, and the first term, to Tom's point, I felt more like that in the first term. Trump, his whole campaign in the first term, remember, was lock her up, lock Hillary
up. But it didn't happen.
Exactly. No, and then he wins.
Yep.
And people are chanting lock her up, and he's like, no, we don't want to do that. We want to move on. This term, no.
Well, because what happened? He got indicted. This
actually reminds me of Roger Stone. I think Roger Stone got indicted for the exact same thing, lying in front of Congress. So, yeah.
You'd have been better off if you attacked Congress with a flagpole. Then you would be forgiven. You could attack Congress, break windows. Somebody could get killed, and all those charges get dropped. But don't fucking lie in that same building.
If James Comey gets convicted, I don't think he'll be up for a pardon.
So
he'll serve time until the next president takes over. And there's a reason, when you see Lady Justice with the scales of justice, there's a reason Lady Justice has a blindfold on. Okay, there's a reason when you see it, she's got a blindfold on because you're supposed to be blind when it comes to charges like this. You're not supposed to be targeted looking for somebody to charge.
I think that I have a lot of respect for the U.S. Attorney's Office and the people in that office, and I really always think to myself, like, the prosecutors have a different standard. They have different rules that they have to play by, and there's actually written rules for prosecutors, and they play by those. I always, in my mind, I'm like, oh, they're playing by the rules. They play by the rules, and so I think that's important to keep this independence of the DOJ from being politicized. And it's we heard forever, oh, the DOJ is weaponized. The DOJ is weaponized. How is this not weaponizing the DOJ on the other side? No matter what side of the aisle you're on, that's what's happening, and it has to stop. I really hope, Tom, the way you let off this story, I totally agree with. We need somebody in there that's going to be like
the goldfish.
Goldfish.
Goldfish for president.
Yeah.
Because the goldfish isn't going to say, 4 years ago, but this happened. What about when Obama did this? Or Bill Clinton? It's like, shut the fuck up, okay? We're never going to move forward as a country if you keep going backwards 20 or 30 years.
That's right.
And bringing up something horrible that happened. Because government hasn't been efficient in a long time. We need to move forward and forget about
it'd
this.
Be like 4 years from now if there's a Democrat in office and they're like, yeah, Stephen Miller lied on his mortgage application. Let's indict him.
Right.
I'm like, come on.
That's what he's doing to the Fed right now.
I would feel the same way. I'd be like, what? This is so political. Just do your jobs.
Lady Justice has got a blindfold
do your
on.
jobs.
Right.
So that requires both parties to be acting.
Totally
in good
agree,
faith.
John. And
only one party's in charge right now, my man.
Yeah.
This was epic. James Comey obviously knew he was going to be indicted and had a prepared video statement that went sort of viral yesterday. So we're going to play it in his defense.
My family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump, but we couldn't imagine ourselves living any other way. We will not live on our knees, and you shouldn't either. Somebody that I love dearly recently said that fear is the tool of a tyrant, and she's right. But I'm not afraid, and I hope you're not either. I hope instead you are engaged, you are paying attention, and you will vote like your beloved country depends upon it, which it does. My heart is broken for the Department of Justice, but I have great confidence in the federal judicial system, and I'm innocent. So let's have a trial and keep the faith.
Wow. I believe him, man. I think this is bullshit.
Well,
whole thing.
He was referring to his daughter, and we didn't talk. We were going to talk about this on Lockpop when John was here, but his daughter was a career prosecutor at the Eastern Division of Virginia in that very office, and she was fired.
I know.
She got fired by the
a couple weeks ago because we were going to do that story and we never could get to it because of other issues.
Yeah, she was a federal prosecutor for a long time, and as far as I know, really smart and did her job.
I'm sure.
Yep.
If you're work for the Department of Justice as an assistant U.S. attorney, you have to be a top litigator to get that job.
Yeah.
Because the local U.S. attorney's office, if you want to apply there, you got to be top notch. You got to have a great background. You got to be smart, go to good schools, great litigator, and only the best get those jobs.
That's right.
And then you get in there, and it's a great job, and you're protecting the interests of the federal government. It's a good place to be until recently.
Yeah, it just goes to we really need to get politics out of certain areas, and the Department of Justice is probably at the very top of the list. It's
Lady Justice is blind, right?
Yeah, yep. So it's concerning. Just as an American, I'm concerned about it, and I get both sides, John. I'm not trying to say that it's just one-sided, but right now it seems very one-sided. But all right,
there you go. Another high-quality show. We don't get paid a lot for this, but we give you a lot back.
Nice. We tried. Medium quality entertainment.
I just came up with that. You like that?
Say that again.
We don't get paid a lot.
But we give you a lot.
But we'll give it to you.
We may not be the best, but we try our best.
Thanks, Jay.
That's the tagline, John.
Yeah.
That's it.
Appreciate you, Jay.
Thanks.
Jill, great to see you again. Thanks for coming. Kevin, always great.
Yes,
and thanks to the lawyers that showed up for Lockpod for Lawyers yesterday. I think we should rename it from now on.
Good
Lockpod
one.
for Lawyers, because it's really based off of Lockpod.
Maybe it'll get
segments.
more viewers.
I know.
Take that
right?
on the road.
Yes. I know. The lawyers, they had to pay to see it yesterday, Jill.
Not us.
No, they paid for the one credit that they got. So anyway, thanks to everybody that listens to our show. We appreciate our fans the most for participating in chat, for making sure you download and listen and follow. It's important for us. So thank you very much. Let's keep doing it, and we'll be back on Tuesday as usual. Thanks everybody for listening to LockPod. We are officially out. See you Tuesday.